They say the saddest kind of love is the one that comes at the wrong time. I used to believe love is supposed to end with forever. Until I learned that sometimes it just ends. This is my story. A story about love, about giving up, and about finding peace in the wreckage. My name is Juvie, and this is When It Was Still Us. I grew up in a quiet neighborhood, one where everyone knew who was fighting, who was drinking, and who was crying. Every morning on my way to school, I'd pass by this small blue house. And almost every morning, I'd hear the same thing. Shouting, glass breaking, a woman begging someone to stop. That was Billy's house. He was my classmate in grade 1, the kind of boy who came home with bruised knees and bandages on his elbows, the kind of boy who didn't know what silence meant. And I was the quiet one, the good girl, as teachers would say. I never fought back, never raised my voice. Billy loved to pick on me. He would steal my pencils, grab my snacks, tease me until I'd almost cry. Our classmates found it funny. They would tease us, saying, "You two will probably get married someday." And I'd snap back, "Yuck, not in my dreams." But maybe that's the funny thing about life. The ones who annoy you the most end up holding a part of you didn't even notice they took. We stayed classmates until elementary ended. Then, life did what it always does. It sent us in different directions. I went to a private school, he went to a public one. And just like that, Billy became a memory. It was 2010 when Facebook became a thing. I made an account just like everyone else. A few weeks later, a notification popped up. Friend request, Billy C. I laughed. Billy? A message followed. "Hey Queen Juvie, this is your bully Billy." I couldn't help but smile. The world was smaller than I thought. We chatted a little, nothing deep, just two people reminiscing about the past. Then, silence again. Fast forward to 2013. I was a fourth-year high school student when I met my first boyfriend. And to be honest, I thought that it was the one. But love, when you're young, it doesn't think. It just feels. And sometimes, feeling too much becomes your undoing. When I found out I was pregnant, my world fell apart. My parents, they were furious. They told me to leave the house. I didn't fight back. Not because I wanted to rebel, but because I thought maybe leaving would give them peace. I stayed at my aunt's house, and pregnancy at that age, honestly, it was very lonely. There were nights I thought about giving up, about disappearing completely. But every time I'd feel that small heartbeat inside me, I'd whisper to myself, "Live. You have to live for him." In May 2014, I gave birth to a healthy baby boy, Ryan. When my parents saw him for the first time, something inside them softened. My mother cried. My father smiled for the first time in months. They asked me to come home, and I did. They told me to go back to school, and I did that too. They took care of Ryan while I studied, promising me a fresh start. For a long time, I kept my head down. No distractions, no love, no mistakes. Then in 2018, when I was already a third-year university student, a message popped up on my phone. It was from Billy. "Hey, how's life, teacher in the making?" It's funny how a single name can make your heart skip after so many years. He was different now. Calmer, wiser, grounded. We chatted again. Days turned to weeks, weeks to months. His messages changed, from friendly to caring. "Take care, Juvie. You look beautiful in your photo." So I asked him, "Billy, do you like me?" He replied, "Dang, you caught me. I've liked you since high school, but I'm not the same Billy you used to know." I told him, "You can't love me, Billy. I'm a single mom." But he said, "Then I love both of you and Ryan." Billy became my constant, my good morning, my good night, my comfort. When I passed my board exam, he was one of the first to message me, "Congratulations, Juvie, you did it. I'm so proud of you." We started dating, secretly. My parents didn't know, especially my mother. She hated Billy's father, the drunk who used to shout every night. I knew she'd never accept that name in our family, but Billy wasn't his father. He was gentle, patient, everything the world said he wouldn't be. I was able to land a job at a public school thanks to my parents' connections. One afternoon, Billy surprised me at school, holding flowers, smiling like the boy who finally got his happy ending. But my happiness turned into fear when I noticed people watching. I knew the news would reach my mother, and I was right. That night, she called me to her room. "How long?" she asked coldly. "A few months." "Break up with him." "No, Mom, I love him. He accepts Ryan." "I don't care. His father's a drunk, a violent man. Do you want to end up like that?" "Billy is not his father," I said, tears in my eyes. "You think blood doesn't matter?" she spat. "It runs in them." Her words got deeper than she knew. She walked away, slamming her door, leaving me shaking, alone. A few weeks later, Billy started changing. His messages grew shorter, his calls stopped. At first, I told myself he was busy. Work, maybe. He was a police officer now. But then days turned to weeks. I started losing sleep. Every night I'd stare at my phone, refreshing Messenger, waiting for that green dot to appear. Nothing. I called him, no answer. I texted him, no reply. Panic took over. I couldn't eat, couldn't focus. My mind replayed everything. Did I do something wrong? Did I say something? Did he find someone else? I checked his Facebook, no updates. I searched his photos, desperate for a clue. It felt like I was losing my mind. One evening after work, I went to the police station. "Is Officer Billy on duty?" I asked. The officer shook his head. "He hasn't reported in 3 days." My stomach dropped. I left my number with them, begging to call me if he came back. 3 days later, they did. He was back. I rushed to the station. When he saw me, his eyes widened. He looked pale, thinner, tired. I wanted to scream, to hit him, to cry, but I held it in. "We need to talk," I said. We stood in a quiet hallway, the hum of the fluorescent lights above us. "Why are you here?" he asked quietly. "Because I don't understand. You disappeared. No calls, no messages." "Juvie," he said. "If someone doesn't reach out anymore, doesn't that mean something?" His voice was calm. "What are you saying? Tell me what's wrong. Did he do something? Are you seeing someone else? Just tell me the truth." He looked at me, his eyes full of something I couldn't read. Then he said, almost in a whisper, "You deserve better." And he walked away. That was the last time I saw him. He blocked me after that. I cried until I couldn't breathe. Every sound reminded me of him, the notification ping, the smell of rain, even Ryan's laugh. But I had to move forward. I had no choice. For my son. I deleted his number, his pictures, everything. But forgetting someone isn't as easy as hitting delete. A year later, Trixie, a university friend, invited me to her child's birthday party. I went, smiling, pretending everything was fine. And then I saw him, Billy. He froze when our eyes met, then turned away. A woman called from behind me. "Babe, where are you going?" I stood there, holding my breath. It was her, his new girlfriend. I smiled weakly and walked away. 4 days later, Trixie texted me. "Do you remember Vaughn? The guy who was constantly staring at you during the birthday party?" I honestly couldn't recall, I told her. "He's my cousin," she said. "He really likes you. He asked if he could have your number." I wasn't ready, I told her that, but she insisted. Vaughn was kind, gentle, funny, and he liked Ryan too. He made me laugh again. My mother adored him too. "He's perfect," she said. "Not like that Billy. Good thing he listened to me." "Listen to you?" I asked slowly. She hesitated. "I told him to leave you. I saw him one day and told him not to ruin your life. I couldn't accept that family." I froze. That night, everything clicked. Billy's words, his sudden distance, his cold goodbye. He didn't leave because he stopped loving me. He left because my mother told him to. I laughed bitterly, a hollow, broken laugh. My mother looked at me confused. "Do you have any idea," I said, "how much I suffered wondering why he left? How many nights I cried thinking I wasn't enough?" "I was protecting you," she whispered. "No, Mom, you destroyed me." I packed my things and left with Ryan. A week later, she called me, crying, saying sorry. I told her, "I don't hate you, Mom, but please, Next time, let me choose who I love. That night, I sent him one message. I said, I know everything now. I understand. I'm sorry. I hope you're happy. A few days later, a text came. It's me. Can we talk? We talked for hours, crying, apologizing, remembering. Before hanging up, he said, I wish you happiness, Juvie. And I whispered, I hope you find yours too. That was our goodbye. Months later, I heard he got married. I didn't cry, not this time. Because now I understood, some loves are not meant to stay. Some are meant to change you, to break you, and to make you stronger. And that's what Billy was. My heartbreak, my lesson, my healing. We had the right love, just at the wrong time. And maybe that's okay. Maybe not all love stories need a happy ending. Some just need to be remembered. Because even if it didn't last forever, it was still love. Real, honest, beautiful. This was my story of love, of loss, of healing, and of letting go. If you made it this far, thank you for listening. And if you're healing from someone too, remember, it's okay to outgrow a love that once felt like home. You'll find peace again. Just give it time.